What if spending $100,000 felt like buying a pack of gum? What if your biggest financial decision wasn't whether you can afford rent, but whether to fund a space company, buy a villa in Italy, or build a school? For most people, that sounds like fiction. But the truth is, we're all playing the game of money. We're just not playing on the same level. Today, we're breaking down every level of wealth, from survival to abundance, and more importantly, how to move up. Because once you see what's ahead of you, you'll never look at your money, or your life, the same way again. Level 1. Survival. This is the bottom, the floor, the fire escape, with no stairs. At this level, money isn't a tool, it's a lifeline. Every dollar is survival fuel. You don't think about retirement or investing, you think about one thing. Can I eat tonight? A missed shift? You might not eat. A fever? You don't go to urgent care, you try to sleep it off. You can't plan long-term because your whole life is lived in short bursts of crisis management. The World Bank says anyone living on less than $3 per day is in extreme poverty. And as of 2025, over 800 million people live in this exact reality. It's like playing a video game on ultra-hard mode, with no weapons, no tutorial, and no way to pause. Even everyday things, clean water, medicine, shoes that fit, become luxuries. And here's the most brutal truth. When your entire brain is consumed by right now, you can't plan for what's next. But even here, stories like Ronald Read exist. He was a janitor and gas station attendant from Vermont. He lived frugally. He invested in dividend-paying stocks for decades. And when he passed away, he shocked everyone by leaving behind over $8 million. He died with more money than his manager. Not everyone can pull that off. That's not typical, it's not fast. But it's proof that even from the lowest level, wealth building is possible. If you stay disciplined, avoid lifestyle traps, and start small. Level 2. Struggle. You've made it out of the storm, but it's still raining. You've got a job, maybe two. Your lights are on, food's in the fridge, but one flat tire, one emergency room visit, and the whole house of cards starts to wobble. You're not broke, but you're fragile. You might be like Jasmine, a 27-year-old receptionist who covers rent and groceries, but can't afford to fix her broken glasses, so she wears the cracked pair from last year. You've got credit card debt. Maybe payday loans. You budget. But it feels like rearranging deck chairs on the Titanic. According to a 2024 study, 60% of US adults live paycheck to paycheck. That includes people making six figures. Why? Because earning more doesn't help if expenses rise just as fast, or faster. At this level, every month is a balancing act. It's not about wealth. It's about not falling behind. But here's the crack in the wall. The moment you start tracking, not just your spending, but your behavior, you start taking control. Your first win isn't six figures. It's a $500 emergency fund. It's cutting subscriptions you don't use. It's picking up freelance gigs on weekends, or selling clutter on Facebook Marketplace. That's how you break the struggle loop. Small wins compound. And compounding is the secret sauce of every wealthy person you've ever heard of. Level 3. Stability. Welcome to the middle ground. You're not rich, but you're not sinking anymore. This is the first level where you can finally exhale. You can sleep without the fear that a bounced payment will wreck everything. Your bills get paid. Groceries are consistent. You can afford the occasional trip, a gym membership, or fixing your car before it breaks. You might be a teacher, a technician, a nurse. Your job is stable. You have health insurance. You've started saving. Not a lot, but for the first time, it feels possible. You open a Roth IRA. You watch YouTube videos about index funds. You start reading books like The Millionaire Next Door. You think, maybe I could retire before 70. But here's the hard part. You're stable, but not secure. Lose your job? Your emergency fund buys you 3 to 6 months. Tops. Medical crisis? That cushion disappears fast. You're still one disaster away from sliding back to struggle. Mentally, you're in the stuck middle. You're doing better than most people you know, but nowhere near where you want to be. This level teaches you that being comfortable isn't the end. It's the bridge. Your mission here: kill high-interest debt, automate saving, and protect the progress you've made. Level 4, security. Now, you've got a moat around your finances. You're no longer living just for this month. You've built a buffer, and buffers buy peace. You've got 6 to 12 months of savings. You're maxing out retirement accounts. You've learned the difference between gambling and investing. You don't panic when your car needs new tires. You don't fear layoffs because you've planned for them. You might own a home or rent comfortably. Your credit score opens doors, not shuts them. And you finally feel like you're steering the ship, not just hanging on for dear life. This is the middle-class dream most people chase. The point where life gets manageable, even predictable. But the trap here, lifestyle inflation. You make more and unconsciously upgrade everything, the car, the wardrobe, the coffee, and soon you're back to feeling broke, just with nicer stuff. Security is not about how much you make, it's about how much you keep. It's about options. Options create confidence. The question is, are you buying more liabilities? Or are you buying back your time? Level 5, independence. Now we're talking. You don't need a job anymore. Your assets, not your hours, pay your bills. Rental income, dividends, royalties, a business that runs while you sleep. This is the FIRE level. Financial independence, retire early. Where work becomes a choice, not a requirement. If you stopped working tomorrow, your life would keep moving, uninterrupted. Your lifestyle wouldn't change, just your schedule. You still work, but now it's passion-driven, not survival-based. You might write books, mentor others, or launch a nonprofit. You've stopped trading time for money. Instead, you're scaling value and building legacy. A 2023 survey found most people believe they need between $2 to $5 million to feel independent. But the number depends on your burn rate, not your ego. At this level, your questions shift. From how do I make money to how do I protect it, grow it, and pass it on. You start thinking about taxes, estate planning, wealth preservation, and maybe for the first time in your life, you realize time is the real currency, and you finally bought yours back. You're building a future that lives beyond you. Level 6, freedom. You've entered a new reality. This isn't just independence, this is ownership. You don't check price tags. You don't ask, can I afford this? You ask, does this align with my values? You travel where you want, live where you choose, work if you feel like it, or don't. You design your life with intention, not obligation. You might fund a charity, launch a school, or build a passion project. You're no longer living in the world. You're designing your own. At this stage, your time is art. You wake up when you want. You say yes to projects because they excite you, not because you need the paycheck. And ironically, many people at this level stop chasing flash. They value silence over noise, purpose over proof, because real freedom is being able to say no. No to bad clients. No to toxic environments. No to anything that steals your peace. And that is priceless. Level 7, abundance. This is the top of the mountain. You don't just live well. You reshape the world around you. You own companies. You influence industries. You fund revolutions in technology, education, medicine. You don't follow trends. You set them. You might be in the top 0.01%, where your wealth gives you power, and your power comes with responsibility. You have teams for finances, for operations, for impact. But abundance isn't just about having more. It's about asking better questions. How do I raise children with values in a world of excess? How can I make the world better, not just richer? How do I stay grounded when no one ever tells me no? Abundance gives you influence, but it also demands purpose. Because here's the real truth. At this level, the biggest risk isn't going broke. It's losing yourself. When everyone around you is saying yes, you need the strength to tell yourself no. That's what separates billionaires who build empires from those who build legacies. At this level, money isn't the goal. Legacy is. Wealth isn't just a number. It's a shift in perspective. From fear to peace, from surviving to creating, from time scarcity to life design. Not everyone will reach level 7, but you don't have to. Going from survival to stability changes your entire life. From security to independence, that's peace most people never know. Wherever you are right now, the next level is waiting. One habit, one decision, 1 month at a time. Because the truth is, you don't need to be rich to be wealthy. You just need control over your time, peace of mind, and a vision for the life you want. If this opened your eyes, hit that like button. Drop a comment. What level are you on right now? And subscribe for more videos like this. This is Mindcraft, where ideas become action, and action becomes your future.